Hi everybody, this is the football hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host the hut, and this is another insane report starring the residents at WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny part.
Before we get into this video, I need you to hit that subscribe button so you know what's going on with the Giants and the Jets and what's going on at the loony bin known as WFAN. We're at over 500 subs. Hopefully we'll get to 3,000 hours. Been kind of busy here, believe it or not, with the baseball side, so please bear with me. But here we have some interesting comments from one end of the spectrum in terms of sanity and the other end of the spectrum insanity, and they kind of meet in the middle, believe it or not. This is about Tommy DeVito, this sort of the quarterback du jour. Now, if you're a big Tommy DeVito fan, you're going to like this video. I like him as well. And talking about him since the Giants signed him. And, you know, I hope that he succeeds. And I hope the Giants succeed. And hopefully they're able to squeak out a playoff run out of this. This very positive thing that's happened during this disastrous Giants season. It was a disaster from the beginning. As you know, they did not get a good schedule. Everybody complained about it when it came out, including myself. But here we go. This is from Odyssey.com. This is from Evan Roberts. Evan, Giants' playoff hopes are slim, but they still have a shot. Weeks back, Evan laid out how the Giants were still alive in the playoff hunt. And after 3 straight wins, Sunday's game against the Saints carried postseason implications. With Big Blue just 1 game back of a playoff spot. New York flopped in that important contest. Oh boy, did they flop. Man, they look terrible. Losing 24-6 in New Orleans, but Evan is still making the case for a return to the playoffs for the Giants, no matter how unlikely. Quote, the New York Giants have a shot, Evan said, much to the dismay of Tiki Marash. No rash, no rush, no fun, and Loogie. Obviously, it's just the 2 board ops and Tiki Barber. Obviously, they have to win all 3 games, he said. If they win all 3 and finish 8-9, according to the New York Times playoff simulator, the Giants have a 41% chance to make the postseason. That's not bad. If you're a baseball player and get a hit 41% of the time, you're the greatest hitter in the history of baseball. If you're a three-point shooter and make 41% of your shots, that's pretty damn good. You're a Hall of Famer. You have a 41% chance to make the playoffs if you run the table. You literally have a shot to make the playoffs. Evans knows it's not likely as the final 3 games include 2 matchups with the defending NFC champion Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles. And a date with the Rams and their high-flying offense. Going against the Eagles is going to be tough. But still, the hopes aren't completely dead just yet. The Giants are going to play the Eagles on Christmas Day. If you win that game, you will be playing with that simulator all night long. And again from Evan. Evan's got a lot to say about the Giants, and he has a lot to say about Tommy DeVito here. From Odyssey again. Evan, nobody, and the hut means nobody. He didn't say that. Nobody should be dismissing Tommy DeVito after Sunday's loss. Tommy DeVito and the Giants' winning streak came to an end on Sunday in New Orleans. But Evan says the DeVito story did not reach its conclusion. Many wonder if a regression from the underrated, undrafted rookie would mark the moment where fans accepted DeVito's captivating run is over. And as a flash in the pan, that was fun while it lasted. But Evan says Sunday's, but this is the problem with football. You know, every week's one swing to the other swing. But Evan says Sunday's performance from DeVito was not really bad enough to come to that conclusion. Quote, what happened sucked, but let us not throw out Tommy DeVito. The story is not over. He needs to finish that story, and that story did not get finished on Sunday afternoon in New Orleans. Let us not throw out Tommy DeVito over 1 mediocre day in New Orleans. Quote, if that game was Tommy DeVito's worst game, then you have something special because he wasn't bad. It wasn't a game you maybe feared deep down like the honeymoon is over, and he comes crashing down to earth. He didn't turn the ball over. He got his ass kicked. He took a lot of sacks in this game. But I really don't think any were on him. I don't think Tommy DeVito walked into any sacks yesterday. DeVito posted a 58.8% completion percentage after completing over 80% of passes against Green Bay. but Evan noticed abysmal offensive line play and a defense that collapsed in the second half as the reasons for the Giants' loss, much more than DeVito's play. He was not bad enough for anybody to come to the conclusion of, well, that's over. He has 3 more weeks to play and prove something. Evans said, I still think he has a chance to make the case over the last 3 weeks that he's the guy. And finally, to finish up in this video, the insane side, where, they give out the medication. Some need therapy, some get the medication. In this part of the video, this is an individual who gets some medication. Not a high dose. And this is from Sal Licata. Our friend Sal Licata, who has unblocked me, by the way, after he blocked me a few weeks back and unblocked me a couple days later. So I was making fun of him. But, again from Odyssey, Sal, Tommy DeVito's storied run as Giants starter should not be over. Why would it be over after 3 games? Tommy DeVito took a step back on Sunday, posting a 58.8% completion percentage with no touchdowns and a 24-6 loss to the Saints. DeVito did throw for 177 yards, more than he did in last week's stellar win over the Packers. But many wondered if this was the seemingly inevitable start of a descent back to earth. Sal Spaz isn't buying into that narrative and would be furious if Dable went back to Tyrod Taylor. We don't want to see that guy. That guy's a backup. He's a disaster. Quote, you named DeVito to start a couple weeks ago. He's got to be the guy now. Finish out the year with him. Sal said, refuting the idea that the DeVito experiment is over. The DeVito story has come to an end. No, it hasn't. He's playing quarterback. I love this build him up, and then tear him down. Wasn't that what you did with Pete Alonso? He had one game that wasn't even awful. Come on. I've seen way worse. Watch Daniel Jones. Watch Zach Wilson. Sal still believes he has seen DeVito do things on the field that he hasn't seen Jones do in 5 years. And wants to see the undrafted rookie get more run as the starter to potentially unlock more ability that could give the Giants a surprise solution at quarterback. Quote, let's see what DeVito can do now after the ass kicking, Sal said. Let's see what he does against Philadelphia a couple of times. Well, we will see. We'll see what Spaz will say on Tuesday if Tommy gets an ass kick. Hopefully he doesn't. And this is another report from the nervous hospital known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm.